Corporates are not built for SMEs. They are built for other corporates. So when an SME shows up with, a handshake, a smile, and an absolutely great product, you are basically showing up with a knife for a tank fight. And it sometimes bothers me when I see freshly minted SMEs on social media venting about how bad their corporate clients are. And it's not because the frustration isn't real. It is. It is because it demonstrates to me a misunderstanding of the machine that they're trying to plug into. As an SME, you are essentially playing a game of relationships. Corporates, on the other hand, are playing a game of systems. And these two games do not play by the same rules at all. Think about what a corporate actually is. It is a machine that is optimized to deal with other machines. Their trading partners are expected to have legal teams, procurement departments, and finance teams, and cash flows of up to 6 months at minimum. They also carry instruments that SMEs probably do not have. Instruments such as bank guarantees, trade credit insurance, and overdraft facilities that would keep an SME running for up to a year. And internally, they have layers of risk, compliance, governance, legal, procurement, and even inside the finance department, it is segregated into payables, receivables, financial control, and all these are gates that SMEs are trying to navigate through. And you're looking for that one person that can just say yes. Unfortunately, that person either does not exist or does not have the authority that you think they do. The person that liked your pitch during your presentation is typically not the person who clicks pay. So where does it break? 5 places, all the time. Cash, they extend, you absorb. Their 60, 90, 120-day payment cycles are designed for a partner with credit lines that an SAP does not have. Decisions, you need that one person to say yes. Corporates, on the other hand, they need a committee, and that committee has a calendar. Documentation, you run on speed, you run on trust. They, on the other hand, run on processes, and they will not bend those processes for your relationship, no matter how good that relationship is. Risk, as mentioned, they have instruments to absorb shocks. A client defaulting on a corporate is essentially a bad quarter for them. A client defaulting on an SME could be the end of that business. Contracts. Their lawyers wrote the terms for the other corporates' lawyers. They have IP clauses, indemnification, and termination clauses that some even tell you that they can essentially walk away and you're left with absorbing the cost. Unfortunately, that is the infrastructure that SMEs are plugging into when they're looking for a corporate client. So why do they give you 60 days, 90 days, or even 100 days credit terms? It's simply their working capital management. The longer they can hold cash, the more they can optimize their own balance sheet. And unfortunately, they hold the leverage and they also have time. The question is, do you have that time? Can you survive the gap between delivering on the work you've done for them and getting that alert? Because if you can't, then you are not an independent business partner. You are essentially an outsourced department that they do not pay benefits for. So stop being the interest-free bank. Start using their own logic to protect your own cash flows. Before you sign, ask what the payment cycle is. Sometimes they'll give it to you on their onboarding documents, but what you can do as an SME is that you can price that delay. So obviously, 90-day terms is not the same price as 30-day terms. So you need to remember to include that gap into your quote, giving them a silent discount, for instance, for early payments. Procurement teams love that, and so will the finance guys. What you could also do is negotiate milestone payments. End-loaded contracts are not the default. It's not a law. But remember, you can negotiate for everything with these guys. One of the things you can also do is stand your ground on mobilization fees or upfront payments. If they won't pay for one and the job needs capital upfront, I would recommend that you walk away unless you have the cash flow to back up that deal, because you will lose your working capital and they won't even blink. During the work, document every scope change, even if it's a WhatsApp message, because that counts. Because the person who liked your pitch, remember, does not own the contract. The contract sits with the procurement guys. At the portfolio level, remember to have a hard cap on your revenue concentration. Cap it at 35%. Above that line, the system settings becomes yours, and you've already lost the negotiation, unfortunately. Now, there are tools that most SMEs don't even use. If your corporate client is a tier one, for instance, Safaricom, Equity, KCB, the big telcos or some of these manufacturers, they usually have supply chain finance agreements or programs with their bankers. Safaricom, for example, has a supplier finance structure through Citibank and some other local banks. Approved suppliers can be paid early for confirmed invoices. Equity Bank also has finance products that work the same way. So, for example, they have invoice discounting, where they can pay you now and the corporate can pay the bank on the normal, within their normal payment cycle. So the 60, 90, 120-day terms. KCB and Co-op Bank also offer LPO financing and invoice discounting products. You can get the capital against an approved purchase order before even the work has been delivered. This is called reverse factoring. So your corporate client's creditworthiness becomes your financing rate, not yours, the corporates, which means that if your client is strong, you can actually access cheap working capital financing for your SME. One more thing, and this one I think most people miss. Every corporate client you are pitching to has already run their intelligence on you. So they do their credit checks, they do the business information reports, they do their vendor risk assessments, and these are all standard procurement procedures. The question is, have you done the same on them? Their payment history, their financial stability, all these are signals that you need to pay attention to. Who actually owns them? Their announcements about restructuring. You need to be aware of all these things because this can adversely affect you. The same data layer, just flipped direction. That's due diligence from the SME side. And before you sign your next corporate contract, it might be the most important decision that you make. So stop bringing the product to the table, start bringing a strategy, because the machine isn't going to change for you, but you can absolutely stop walking in unarmed.
Info Africa, make your money grow.
See as the blessings flow.
Biz Info Africa, watch your business blow.
Oh yeah, take it to the world, let them know.
What say, check it the vision, in a bounce now.
Yeah, Bizna Boomba, we're in the house now.
From Lagos to Nairobi, we dey build the empire. My brother get the ginger, set the continent on fire. Biz Info Africa, make your money grow.
See as the blessings flow.
Biz Info Africa, watch your business blow.
Oh yeah, take it to the world, let them know.